Welcome back, guys. So today I'll be teaching you guys how to convert your dashboard into a mobile responsive view. Okay, so when you want to do this, you have to have it at the back of your mind that everything here is going to kind of change. I mean the view. Okay, when we're designing a dashboard, we use the left sidebar for the nav bar, and when we are designing a mobile application, we have to change it to bottom navbar. But here is the trick. Here we are not trying to change it back to a mobile navbar. We are trying to do a mobile responsive. It's quite different from a mobile navbar. Okay, now when we talk about mobile responsive view, although I know that these days now we are having some mobile responsive view imitating the mobile application navbar. Okay, now we have some mobile responsive dashboard view using the bottom navbar, which is kind of modern. But back in those days, whenever we are designing a mobile responsive view for a dashboard, this side navbar here becomes a drawer, a left side drawer for our design. Okay, but then I think that is also kind of conditional. And why I said it's conditional is because if the menu in your navbar is under 5, like if you're having maybe 3 or 4 menus on your navbar, then you can have it as a bottom navbar. It's very okay. But in this case, where we're having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we have 6 items here plus our logout making 7. Okay, so we cannot have a bottom navbar with 7 items. It wouldn't make sense. So to design a mobile responsive view of this, we are going to make use of a side drawer, and that is what we are going to design just now. So let's get right into it, guys. The first thing I'm going to do is I'll tap F on my keyboard for my frame. I'll come to archive and I'll bring in my frame, which is 100 large. This is it here. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rearrange everything we have here on my screen, and I'm going to design this one separately. Okay, so the next thing we want to have now is I want to have this name, this name here, and this notification at the top side of my screen. So, or I could even rather have this welcome screen here. Let me bring in my status bar first. My status bar on my screen. Then the next thing I want to have, I'm going to bring this welcome note, Ctrl C. I'll drop it here, Ctrl V. Then I'll make it smaller. Of course, this is a mobile view, so you have to make it smaller. Instead of 24, let's have 16. 16 is okay. Then my text here, let's have let's see, 12 is okay. I might drop this to 2. Okay, this is nice. Then I want to have my profile picture just beside it. Profile picture and this welcome note becomes one single auto layout, Shift A. I have 8 pixel space in between them, and to the left I have 24 pixel margin. Awesome. Then I need my notification on the right hand side too. I'll drop that to 44 also. So this and this becomes one auto layout, Shift A, and that will be in the middle. The total width will be 312, and I'll just double click here to span them across. But now something is missing, guys. We would have used this approach if it were to be a mobile application, okay? But for a web application, we can't use this. So this has to change to our menu button, because remember we're using a side drawer here. So I will just quickly come to my asset. Let me see if I have the menu icon on my asset. Yes, this works fine. But I need the one that is aligned to the left, not aligned to the right like this. So I can't use this. I'll have to use my iconify. So yeah, my iconify is opened. I'll look for the menu icon. Yeah, something like this, but I want the one that is aligned to the left. This looks nice, but let me see if I can get more. Yeah, I think I like this one. So this looks good to me. I'll just change it to black. Yes, that looks nice. Then I'll put it in an auto layout, shift A. My auto layout, remember I'm using 44 here, so my auto layout would also be 44. Align to the center. Then I'll give it a background. Let's give it a white background, yes. Then probably a stroke. Probably a gray stroke, a very subtle gray stroke, 0.5. Then drop this to 20%. Corner radius 8 is not bad. Then the icon itself can be my primary color. Yes. Yeah, so I have my menu icon now. So I'll click on it, Ctrl C to copy and use it to replace this, Ctrl Shift R, paste to replace. Yes. So now I have everything I want at the top. Can delete this one now. Then the next thing I need is my search bar. So I'll copy my search bar. I'll drag it inside here. Put it in the middle. 312 is good. So from here to here to here, I can have 20 pixel spacing. Okay. Yeah, 20 pixel spacing is not bad. Then I need to rearrange all this. So you have to make a decision here. You might want to have, now this is it, when we are rearranging things from a dashboard to a mobile responsive view, there are two ways you could do it. Remember when we did landing page, okay? You might choose to have it as a carousel, which is sliding, or you might choose to stack them on top of each other. It depends on the importance of that particular thing. But here, you can see this is just a discount products card. So we don't really need to show everything at once. So we can actually have it as a carousel. So I'm just going to carry everything I have here, hold my alternative key and drag it down inside this frame here. Yes, guys. Yeah, that's awesome. Then I can just reduce the size of these cards. So I'll just reduce the size of the card. So instead of the card being 365, I can just tap my K icon, my K letter on the keyboard, letter K for scale, and I'll just reduce it to 312 to scale it down here, just like that. Then I'll do the same for the next card, 312, and also do the same for the next card too, 312. Yes, just like that. Yes, that's awesome. So that's going to be a carousel. Then I'll reduce the spacing between them to like 12, so it shows that another card is coming in. Shows another card is coming in from there. Then my header text, I'll just reduce it also to 16. The spacing between that, 20 is too much. I'm going to drop it to, let's say, 12 pixels. Then the next thing is I need my tabs. So I'll hold my alternative key and drag this tab out here again, and make sure to the left is 24 pixels. Yes, that's also settled. And my trending products, I'll also drag it out here. Yes, as simple as that. But then everything will now be stacked on top of each other, not carousel, because these are the actual products. So what would I do? Of course, you can't show everything you have in the web on the mobile. So what do we do? I'll solve this auto layout, delete the one below, and this one I'll just make it, instead of left to right, I'll make it up to down. Then I'll make it up to down. Then the auto layout holding everything will be 312, and this one will just fill up the container. Then tap your enter key, use all the content to also fill up the container. Yes, so guys, this is how to design your responsive view for your dashboard. And designing the sidebar is very easy also. How do we do that? I'll just duplicate the sidebar, hold the alternative key, drag it outside. Yeah, we can have like 300. Can have like 300 for the width. Then for the height, you have to make it like not really too long. Okay, your height is good on 800, so the height will go back to 800. Then this one, so the best thing you can just do here is can just make it an auto layout, so it just readjust whatever is inside. Let's readjust the width to 300, the height to 900, sorry, 800 rather. Then we have the up and down padding, like let's say 40. Yes, sorry, up and down padding as 40. Then this logo will be replaced by my profile. Yes, so I'll just copy the profile here, Ctrl C, and I'll use it to replace it, Ctrl Shift R. Yes, then this one would also fill up the container. Then you double click to span it across, dissolve this name and this, become one auto layout, change it to org, and reduce this to let's say 8 pixels here. Yes, then you have this one, can reduce the spacing here. So this is my side drawer here, guys. Very simple, right? Yes, so and if you want to animate it, or if you want to prototype it fully, all you need to do is, let me do the prototype here separately, so I don't need to make another video for that. So to prototype it now, I'll bring this one, I'll drop it inside this frame, stick it to the top, stick it to the left hand side. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a kind of shadow. Let me give it a shadow so it reflects very well. Let me give it a shadow. Yes, 24. I want it to be very visible. Yes. Then I'll change the corner radius to only the right hand side, so the left hand side doesn't have any corner radius. Yes, so I have just 1616 to the right hand side. Then I'll reduce this one back to 800 also. Yes, so this is it with the sidebar here. And when I use the sidebar, I want this whole place to be blurry. Okay, so what do? I'm going to create a rectangle. Tap R on your keyboard, create a rectangle that is exactly the size of this frame, 360 by 800. So this would also be 360 by 800. I would reduce the opacity to 50. Then I'll give it a background blur. Increase the background blur to like 50 also. Then I'll drop it inside this frame here. Centralize it horizontally and vertically. Then I'm going to make this rectangle. I'm going to send it to the back of the frame. So I'll bring it to the back of this particular frame here. I'll just rearrange it on the left hand side. So when I open the side drawer, it gives me this. Then I also need a close button for me to be able to close this. So this drop down becomes a close button for me. It becomes a close button. So when I click on it, it takes back the drawer. So to animate it now, what do? I'm going to take this one, take it to the back, completely. Take it to the back completely. Then this rectangle, I'm also going to close the eyes of the appearance. Come to appearance and close the eyes like this. Yes. So this is it here, guys. Then I'm going to prototype. When I click on this menu button, it gives me this one here. Right? On click, not instantly, smart animates within 300 milliseconds. Awesome. And when I click on this close button, go back to this one here. The same thing. Now let's see if it works, guys. So I'll just preview it now. Okay guys, let's see if it is working or not. Okay, so let me click on this. Can you guys see how it works? It goes back. When I click on this, it comes on. Then when I click on the close button, it goes back. So yes, that works perfectly. So that is how to design your responsive view for your dashboard. I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, also drop your feedback. I mean, I'm open to feedbacks and corrections. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I still have more good tips to come your way. Thank you guys.